Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angela Braniff, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top favorite toddler must-haves. But I did a video like this for newborn must-have and regrets, and y'all really enjoyed it. And I talked about doing maybe a twin video and a toddler video, and I was going to kind of keep going as Benjamin grows as well. And you guys seemed very interested in seeing that. So that is what today's video is going to be the next one, which is my toddler must-haves. So this is for the age range of I would say 18 months to 3-ish, kind of in there. These are things that I really, really love for our toddlers. We have twin toddler girls that are 2.5. They'll actually be 3 at the very end of July, so I'm not going to think about that right now. Let's not have a mental breakdown before we've even started. I'm also a mom of 8 kiddos total, so I have done the baby toddler thing a number of times. And of course, as I said in my newborn video, I am not claiming to be an expert. I've been down this road many times, and so I feel like over the years I've really been able to pare it down to the things that my kids seem to really enjoy playing with and things that allow my kids to use their imaginations and play and have fun, but also not have an explosion of kid stuff all over my house and just toys covering my house. You would think that with 8 kids, our house would just be covered in toys all the time. And it's actually not, because we have really sort of pared it down and become a little more particular about what toys we bring in, as well as sort of how we store them. So we're going to talk about all that in today's video. I'm going to show you everything. We're going to go through it. If that is content you are interested in, then stick around. Maybe consider subscribing. You know, I make videos like this as well as many other things. So if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. All right, so let's talk toddler must-haves. So the first thing are these little bicycles, and we actually got these for the twins. I believe it was for the Christmas after they were 1. So they were kind of about 1.5 when we got these, right at sort of the beginning age range of the items that I'm talking about today. So these little bikes are little wooden bikes that you sit on and scoot. So there's no pedals or anything like that. They just sit on them and scoot along with their feet. Probably the main reason that we like these so much is because we have hardwood floors downstairs and we have a loop in our downstairs. And so the twins will just get on these and go around and around and around that loop, especially on days when it's raining and you can't get them outside. It's a really good physical activity, and I think these would totally work on carpet as well. If you don't have hardwood floors, it's really just their leg strength that's moving them, and kids are adaptive, you know, so they will figure out how to make that work on a surface with a little more tension like carpet or something like that. But on the hardwoods, they just fly around in these. The only warning I would give is obviously anywhere around stairs, and then also if you have stainless steel appliances. Sometimes my children like to ram into our oven, into the range, and it's left little dents there. So be careful there. But otherwise, we absolutely love these things. They have held up. Like I said, we got these Christmas of 2018. So they have really, really held up. Love them, love them. The second thing is this little Tykes slide. This thing has just been in our family for years and years. It has seen better days, okay? It has really been through the ringer with all of our kids. We've used it as a sort of mini ladder for kids to get on the trampoline. It's been inside in our playroom at various points. I think that's why I like things like this little slide, is especially for toddlers who just need to do some gross motor skills. They just need to burn some energy using some of those gross motor skills. It's perfect because it's not so much that they're going to get hurt. It's just a few little steps up and a slide down, but it keeps them interested and entertained. You can keep it inside or outside. Very easy to clean, take care of. I just think it's a great little product. I will add one more little thing here, which I don't currently have one to show you, and that is those little mini trampolines. We have had them a couple of times. The kind that go indoors and they have a little bar for them to hold on to and jump. That's a great stuck inside winter or a kiddo with a lot of energy to burn. That's a great option as well, because it doesn't give them so much bounce that you're gonna see them go flying across the room, but it gives them enough that they can hold onto that bar and just like little Energizer bunnies, like ting, 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 bounce on it and burn some of that crazy toddler energy. And the next sort of larger item is a wagon. So we have two different wagons. We have like a plastic one, like I think it's another like Step 2 Fisher Price maybe brand wagon, and I like that one. If you've watched any of our family vlogs, you will see as of recently, the front wheels have just been beat to hell. They like are wobbling and practically falling off, but we have had it for a few years. And if you've seen that video, the kids are they're real rough on it. They tie a rope to the handle and to their waist and then run and buckle the kids and the twins in the back. So that one is fun, and I like that one. I really like the one that we got before we went in our RV, and it is more of like a canvas material, and it's got the bigger wheels. It's not got like the tiny little plastic wheels like the Fisher Price one. This has like actual wheels. It's really meant for like carrying stuff on the beach and toting that kind of stuff around, so it doesn't have seats in it. So the other one, the blue one, has seats with seat belts, or little buckles, not seat belts, but little buckles. This other green one, or you can get it in lots of different colors, this doesn't have seats and it doesn't have buckles. So if your kid is not old enough to, if you're kind of at that earlier window of the toddler stage and you don't know that you can actually trust them to sit, you might want to go with something where you can buckle them. But we really like them both for different purposes, but I love having a wagon just for walks in the neighborhood, for carrying, if you don't even have to have twins, but just like one toddler and some snack items for a picnic or something like that. It really allows you to haul some stuff and haul a kid without having to carry them. I just think wagons are fun. The kids have made lots of use out of playing with them as well. As far as toy items go, a couple of our favorites, we have gotten the Leapfrog Letter Factory. It goes on the fridge and the kids just pop off the different letter magnets and put it in, and it'll tell them the letter, the sound. You can do little sing-along songs and dances and stuff. We have probably had one of these for every single one of our kids since our oldest, who's 13 now. I mean, we have had one of these Leapfrog Letter Factory type learning things that is magnetized for the fridge so many times. And I absolutely love them. I just absolutely love them. It makes your fridge look a little cluttered, and yes, sometimes toys that make noise are very annoying. We don't keep a lot of toys that sing or do things like that, but this one I really like because I just think it gives great letter awareness, letter recognition, sounds. You can really start that at a young age, and it's something to entertain them too in the kitchen. The next toddler must-have for me are the Melissa and Doug wooden puzzles. I just love these puzzles. We've had so many different ones over the years, and I don't know, I love wooden toys for toddlers. It's a little pricier to avoid the plasticky stuff, but I just find that stuff holds up really well, and I love the wooden puzzles. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about, after I share some of these toys, I'm going to talk a little bit about how we go about organizing and having toys available for the kids and what we put away. I think it's important, and part of the reason that we're able to have so many children and not as many toys as you might expect is because of rotating toys. So the wooden puzzles, love those. Toddlers love to get crafty, so of course crayons and coloring books are great, but the two things that our toddlers have always loved, and especially our twins right now, are do-a-dots. So it's like a thing of paint. It just kind of looks almost like a really fat marker. You take the lid off, the top, you just dot it down. So you can get books where it's sort of got a picture and they can, put the dots in to color in the picture. We often just do a big, IKEA has the big rolls of it's almost like a art paper, butcher paper type thing that rolls out. So we'll just roll out a big thing of that and tape it on the table and put the do-a-dot markers out and let our toddlers just go to town, drawing and stamping. And it's something that's easy for them to do. It's fun. You just screw the lids back on, put it away. I just find that they're very simple. It's not having to get out water and paint or anything like that. And it's more fun to them than just crayons. And I don't know, I just really, really like do-a-dots. We've had them in our house for years and years, and all of our kids have really liked playing with them at different stages and ages. So do-a-dots. And then the other thing, and I've shared about this thing probably a million times, and so many of y'all have ordered it and loved it, and that is these water mats. And so it's a big mat. They make a ton of different ones, all different kinds with different patterns and things like that. But really all you do is just take water, that'll come with like little stamps and things. Our kids will also use just paint brushes or whatever, so you can draw on it, and you're just drawing on it with water. So we just give our toddlers a little cup of water, spread the mat out. It's got little suction cups, so you can stick it to the floor or stick it to your table and suction it down. And then they just use the little stamps, a paintbrush, and they're painting, but just with water, but it comes up like it's a color on the mat, if that makes sense. So it's very, very, very easy, very mess-free. If you have like light colored carpet and furniture, or maybe you're in a rental and you're just hyper aware of like not getting any kind of paint anywhere or anything, it's a great option. Our kids love play. In fact, all of our kids will, like little moths to a flame, they'll come over and try to play with it too when we get it out for the twins, because everybody likes it. It's fun. So I can highly, highly recommend those water mats. Very affordable for how much you get out of them and how much use we get out of them. Like definitely a great ROI, if you will, on the water mat. The other thing we love are Magna-Tiles. So we've done blocks, we've also done mega blocks, things like that, but Magna-Tiles just seem to be a really big hit with our kids. They really enjoy them. It makes building things easy for toddlers who don't quite have the fine motor skills and the dexterity to stack and understand getting things to balance. Toddlers get frustrated very easily. And when they get frustrated, that sometimes means that they start throwing things and screaming. And so I find that Magna-Tiles help to avoid that like frustration and screaming when they're just not quite there yet for stacking and building things with like regular wooden blocks. So obviously Magna-Tiles are just what they sound like, these little stacking tiles, and they're magnetized. So you lean them together and they stay. You stack them and they stay. So it's really fun and something that the kids just get so much use out of. They can build things, and often older siblings will come over and play as well. So it's something that interests multiple age groups. So it's not like, oh, once they're 3, they're done with this, they don't want to play with it anymore. It's definitely a toy that you can start introducing to a toddler, but then they will potentially play with it for a long, long time to come. So absolutely love Magna-Tiles so much. Okay, next is our little wooden playhouse. We got this for the girls for Christmas, for the twins for Christmas, and it's super cute. It's heavy because it's wooden, but the little doors open, and then we got them these little wooden people that their limbs are like on a sort of flexible, almost like a cord type thing. So it's not like totally stiff. They still move around, even though they're wooden. Their appendages, if you will, their arms and legs move around, and I think even in their bodies too, so you can like sit them. They're really cute, the little dollhouse and the wooden characters. The twins love playing with them. And just so the thing that we do with all of these toys, pretty much, the Magna-Tiles, definitely all the art stuff, the dollhouse and their little accompanying people, the wooden puzzles, Magna-Tiles, all of those things we keep in storage containers and we put them away. So they don't just have free access to them all the time, anytime. For us, it's like we will say, would you like to play with your dollhouse? Would you like to do puzzles? Would you like to build Magna-Tiles? And we get out that toy and bring it out and let them play with it. And then when they're done, we put it away. And I think that that really helps. For number one, everything's not just in a mishmash all the time. And number two, it just keeps it so it's, you know, they're getting out one thing, they're staying focused on this thing, and then they're putting it away. Even though it's really available to them anytime they really wanted to play with it, there's still this element of scarcity to it where it's not something that is in their line of sight all the time. So it becomes just like, oh, that thing that they see over there. Like that's what we have always found happens when we have like play kitchens and stuff like that, is they become like a piece of furniture that the kids are just used to seeing, and they lose interest in it and they don't really play with it anymore. And so we've just kind of quit having all of that big stuff around and just focused on a few things that each child really likes playing with. having a place that that thing goes to be put away and then pulled out when they want to play with it. The twins do have bins in the living room that just have some random like little people and things like that, a little piano, just some other little toys like that. But as far as the toys that you're really like using your imagination, sort of open-ended play with imagination, building something or pretending something, a lot of those toys we keep put up and we bring them in and out as the twins want to play with them. And I find that that has made them grow bored of things at a much, much, much slower pace than if everything is just out and available to them. So those are like my top picks for toys and things. As far as other items, I would say that really the only clothing item that I want to mention in this video are the shoes that we have been buying for the twins for the last probably year, I would say. The brand is, I think the shop is called L'Amour, I don't know how you say it. I will leave it linked down below, but they have the cutest colors of these little, they're like little T-strap shoes. They're not sandals, they're closed toe, although I do think you can get sandal versions, but they have a lot of different colors. You can do gold or anything like that, but then they have like lots of really beautiful like brown shades or black, or the ones we have are mustard, and to me they're really just sort of like a light brown leather look, and they go with everything. I feel like, especially with twins, if we tried to have like 5 or 6 different pairs of shoes, that would be out of control. We'd have a ton of shoes. So I really like these because I kind of keep their wardrobes to a slightly neutral feel. And that means that these little mustard colored or light brown colored shoes really go with everything. I usually buy the twins brown or gold as far as shoes go, because then they just kind of go with everything. So I love these. They can dress them up, they can dress them down, they can wear them with just leggings and a t-shirt, or they can wear them with a little dress, and they always look so cute. So I wanted to mention those because I've gotten a couple of messages recently from people asking me where I got their shoes from, but they're super cute. Love these shoes. So I will leave those linked down below. That's kind of my only like must-have toddler clothing item. The rest is just whatever clothes your toddler will wear. Sometimes they're picky, and most of the time they just want to be naked or in a diaper or underwear or whatever. So, okay, so those are my toddler must-haves. As far as regrets go, I really don't have like a whole list of like regrets, other than sort of, as I mentioned before, having too much stuff. We have had an entire room that was this giant playroom with kitchens and like all of the toys spread out everywhere, and it was just a mess constantly. And it was like the kids were bored with, have you guys seen that meme with the gladiator guy, and he's like, "Are you not entertained?" And that's how I feel like with kids, is it's like they have all of this stuff, all of these toys, all this stuff, and they act like they're bored. And I just feel like ever since we really pared down our kids' toys to more of a minimal amount of toys and everything kind of being put away and stuff, that's really helped with that. So I would say my only regret is feeling like I needed to go overboard and have a ton of toys, a ton of options, a ton of different things, and really focusing more on open-ended play, imaginative toys, things that let them sort of be in control of how they use that. And then with the caveat that for the most part, a lot of times toddlers just want to play with things that aren't even toys. Okay, just babies and toddlers love things that are not even toys. Hand that kid a spatula, give them an empty box. They're happy as clams for days. So we've just found that keeping the toys to a minimum and then letting them play with other things and do other things, and I mean, you get a delivery and you empty the box out and you throw it in the living room and it becomes a fort and they play inside of it. We put up a vlog a few weeks ago where I'd gotten a big thing from Costco, and you know, they give you like the box of stuff for Costco. And my toddler had pulled it onto the sofa, put a pillow inside it, pulled a blanket over the top, and was watching a movie through a crack this big in the box. It's like she was happy as a clam with that. So that's my thoughts on that. I love cute toys. I have splurged. I've gone overboard many a time. No judgment from me in that regard. Just saying that for us with 8 kids, this is what works. These are the things that our kids really enjoy and like, and I wanted to share them with you today. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, be sure to subscribe. I'm gonna do another video I did the newborn one, and I'm gonna do a 3 to 6 month baby range. And then I'm still thinking about doing the newborn baby must-haves, but for twins, because how I took care of newborn twins was very different than with a singleton. So I might do that video too if y'all are still interested in that. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. I hope y'all are having a fantastic week, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.